All right, we are in here. We are set. We just gonna roll with it. Straight into it. We're going to look at both scoring drives. By the way, as I say, straight into it. Here we are, just running our mouth. Both score drives on Kentucky, and then the whole entire fourth quarter defense is what we're going to watch. You're going to see 3 drives in the first half, the scoring drive in the third quarter from Kentucky, and then the whole entire fourth quarter defensive wise. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Good job winning up front. You did this a couple times, by the way. You shoot here and you win. I mean, granted, it's completely fine. They're willing for you to go ahead and shoot the gap and win there because you're running yourself out of the play. What we can't have, there's a stunt. So they do a good job here. It's a stunt, and the stunt essentially isn't going to do us any good because of where they're running the ball to. And there's just some trash to get out of the way. Blanton kind of gets caught up in the trash, tries to fight back. Debo Williams, where did he come from? Just coming from the backside of the play here. Winds up making the play. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ooh, did y'all see that? Ooh! So this right here is what's got I'm gonna have to clip this and put this on X while we do this. This right here by Bam has gotten y'all in trouble quite a few times, where you will allow this to suck you in, and this will be out, and it's why a lot of teams have had success on the edge. Well, he'll settle, boom, and jump out, and realize, oh wait, I've got that outside container. Let me get out there. Boom. He winds up assisting on the play, and setting the edge. This is why Bam is getting. He's done extremely well from the snaps that I have seen over the past couple of weeks. Are we simulating here? Or are we coming? You coming? Now here's the only thing I don't like. I think this winds up being a legal procedure penalty. If we're coming, is this a stunt? I believe this was supposed to be a stunt. If not, I don't know why Blanton's coming around. So maybe this is supposed to be a stunt, or one of them thought it was supposed to be a stunt. So bringing these two pretty much renders useless because I think they're both kind of confused on what's supposed to be happening. I think Stone is expecting a stunt, yeah. But yeah, so very curious about that. Wish I could ask about that. Man, one of these days, hopefully one of the coaches or the players will watch and they'll just hit me up and say, hey, this is what was supposed to happen kind of thing. Always a great day when you can bring essentially 3. We can't do this. We got to get rid of this, by the way. We can't hold on to a guy. Kind of got lucky you didn't get called for anything here. But always good when we can bring 3 and get pressure. I mean, it was a great job of recognizing that he's coming out of the backfield and it's strong to readjust. But good stuff. Let's roll on to the next clip. Still in your 3-3-5 or your 3 down lineman. Bam. There you go. Unzips his feet. Oh. By the way, Evan Ward read this off in the beginning. So here's, again, I might clip this about Bam, I might not. Again, hasn't been done consistently by your linebackers, and he's done it the past couple weeks. He's going to unzip his feet. I mean, it's not like he's going to just stop. Because if he stops, he renders himself useless if this is not a keep. He's going to just unzip his feet, chop his feet, and the second he reads that the ball's not in that running back's hands, he's going to shoot back up. And he gets enough, or gets in the face of Leary enough, boom, boom, chop here, to where it causes a bit of an issue. And Nick, if he doesn't slip, he gets a pick. They were in position to have several picks in this game. Oh yeah, here's the other position. And you're gonna see boom boom. And Bam Scott's there, man. He does such a tremendous job, and has done such a tremendous job. And Nick catches that if he doesn't slip. Motion now. So we just didn't win. I mean, that's just a good lick. I mean, tight end. Tight end gets a key block here. Yeah, I mean, that's just tight end, and we're not winning our ones. Getting held like a mofo right here. And, well, no, I take that back. It's not as worse as I've seen. I'm very curious to watch a couple of these things because I thought from the press box watching this game that there were several holds that could have been called. Well, maybe there was. Apparently there was. They did call it. Or was that the face mask? Ooh, this play, y'all. There's certain times where the other coach just flat out calls something that just beats you, and there ain't not a daggone thing you can do about it. And this was a beautiful play. And you're lucky that 9 here, I can't, is this 9? I think this is 9. You're lucky 9 here is thrown off because Leary is trying to do a no look and at the last second hit it. That's pretty much a fake bubble screen into a tunnel screen for 9. And y'all, you get licked. No, he can't get off of it in time. Yep, that's what it is. So Blanton, without even realizing it, causes that traffic in that issue, and 9 can't even get to the ball. So I take that back. But I mean, it was woo-wee. That was a good play. If Blanton doesn't make that, ooh. I mean, again, always can wonder here about if Devo makes the play, but that was a great play design, and Blanton blew it up without even realizing it. You take those. Looks like you go a little stunt there, and just too high. Had a little linebacker stunt with the defensive tackle. Something new. So this is the scoring drive. So obviously that first play, there ain't nothing to break down there. The 2 scoring drives, y'all, it's because of and here it is. Terrible penalty, by the way. And why they don't show a replay, I'm very disappointed. This is just a tangling of feet. There was no obvious holding or anything like that. That was just a tangling of feet, in my opinion. And here's my issue with this. And you got lucky a couple times, and it's fine. You'd rather be lucky than or good or whatever that saying is. What I don't like is this. Good grief. We should not be like this. That's Nick. Nick has done a lot of good this year. He's already in full stride, and this is beat. You are flat out beat. 9 times out of 10. Matter of fact, 10 times out of 10. If he's in his full stride and you are still backpedaling, you beat. He just misses it. He just misses it. Got to do a much better job about that. But again, Nick has improved week in and week out as he's doing this. This is a play again. You're going to get beat when you play 3-3-5s, especially when you do this. There's nobody here at all. You have coverage, zone over top. So all he's got to do is if you lick these blocks and this screen comes in, you've only got one guy to beat. And then Bam takes himself out of the play. Well, I say takes himself out of the play. It might have been designed for him to go there. But those things happen in a 3-3-5, especially if you have linebackers there. Oh, what a block. What a block. What are you talking about, what a block? We're here to pull on the Gamecocks at Kentucky. Watch 84. Tripping, still blocks. Bam Scott makes that play 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. If that man ain't athletic enough. That was a heck of a block. The flea flicker. And there ain't nothing here either than y'all just got beat. Both DQ and Nick Emmanwori, or maybe not Nick Emmanwori, but it was DQ and Jalen Kilgore. Or is it Jalen or Jalon? I need to actually get that right. Just bite. And you bite hard, and you'll see. He's going to bite. Soof, gone. Now, Nick Emmanwori almost catches back up to it, but again, better throw beats you. So, had a discussion about this play in particular with a buddy of mine who argued that Dow kind of messes up, gets beat here. Sometimes you are in position, and while it may not be exactly the correct position, because again, I'm pretty sure I understand the concept here watching this one. But again, without knowing, I don't know. However, sometimes you just get beat by a perfect throw, and that happens, and it's going to happen. If you, as a quarterback, can make this throw 9 times out of 10, you deserve it. And so here's essentially what's going to happen. You're in zone. How do you know you're in zone? Butt to the sideline, butt to the sideline. So typically when they do this, it means when you see this, it means he's either going to be responsible for the flat or the linebacker's going to be responsible for the flat and he's going to have to drop back. Whichever one. Now, what I believe happens here, if I'm not mistaken, Debo's going to come in. You have a boom, boom. Basically a levels out route, if you will. And Fort Dow is kind of stuck in between, but he is far enough back to where he's going to force a pretty daggone good throw. So, all right, so yeah, that's what happens. So Debo's here, Dow's here. So look at this. The amount of, and this is a terrible, terrible view, and I'm sorry, but it's not going to get any better. This right here is Dow. This right here is Nick Emmanwori. Here's the ball. The amount of touch and the exact precision that you need to get this ball in is ridiculous. And he does. Sometimes you just get beat by a perfect throw. I don't think the concept or the play call was bad. I think the throw was just that much better. And you get saved here. That dude butt naked open. TJ, I tweeted it out or X'd it out, I guess, whatever. Somebody gets beat bad here. I don't know who's responsible for him. Somebody got beat bad there. And you lucky your defensive line has done a tremendous job of getting their hands up the past couple of weeks and back down balls. Matter of fact, saves you a couple times at the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken. That's just good patience from Davis. Tonka hits the gap, but the pulling guard gets that. Stone gets stoned. And then Ray just kind of allows the blocks to set up and happen. Don't know if you can see that. You got an arm right around. That's a hold. Just in case you're wondering. Nonetheless. But anyway, just really good patience over there by Ray Davis. A play that was blown up by Tonka with the patience. Now, this gets me, this kind of aggravating. But again, this isn't what DQ is best at. When we were watching this play up in the press box, looked at Andrew and said, this is going to be a simple boom, boom, boom. And this whole point is to either drag these two off and allow this guy to come undercut of this. But instead, what winds up happening is, for whatever reason, DQ is like, I ain't gonna let you come back here, but even though there ain't nobody over here, we still gonna give you all of this. Essentially gave up the touchdown. Now again, there are so many questions I have to ask. Was he told to be put right there? Was the play called to be, hey, watch for this backdoor flag route, or watch for this backdoor fade, or what exactly was it? But he gave this. This was as easy of a touchdown catch as you gonna get. And it is what it is kind of thing. Then we move on to that drive in the first drive of the third quarter. And again, you kind of just get beat by a penalty. And that penalty allowed that drive to sustain and work forward and move forward. This is always going to beat you. Again, had some people get upset. Anytime you got Debo Williams on their fastest receiver, it's never going to end well for you. I mean, that's just how life is. That's what happens when you play 3-3-5 sometimes. Which, go back and see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there is someone down there. Okay, just making sure. So ignore that. So then, yeah. Anytime you go have Debo on their fastest receiver, it's going to be a tough ask for sure. Blew that up. Attaboy, Debo. Attaboy, Debo. Woo-wee! Bland almost gets there. I don't know who tips it. Debo. Y'all have been, your defensive line coach has, and linebacker coach apparently, has been saying, and my apologies, I should have enough common knowledge at this point to know everyone's name, y'all, but I unfortunately just don't. Gets his hands up, but man, Blanton about makes 13's life a living heck. He got lucky he actually threw that ball when he did. Because, Blanton was about to eat him for dinner. A stunt. And it works, but we get called for hands to the face, which, I mean, technically his hands were in his face. But there you go. Give me Blanton attacking that every single time, dude. You get Blanton with a full speed of steam and time the snap count right there, and the offensive lineman ain't gonna stop him from getting in that backfield. What happened here? What are we in here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, for me, hold on, let me see who, if anybody. Okay. So, either Nick picks this up extremely late, or Blanton was supposed to kind of pick this up and see it and stick with him too, but you just flat out get beat by concept and play here. This is just, you were bringing pressure, and he ain't going to get to him no time soon. Or maybe Blanton was supposed to. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's just beat by concept. That's beat by play. Good play call at the right time. See, again, this is another one here. You just get beat by a perfect throw. Nick Imawari turns around, it might be a pick. Nick Imawari just puts his hands up, it might be an incompletion. This is just a freaking dot. Sometimes you get beat by good throws, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. He made a couple in this game. It's not that your coverage isn't good. It's that I mean, sometimes you just get beat by perfect turnovers. Holy hold! Good Lord. I don't know if anybody else saw this. I did not see this in the game. You want to see somebody get tackled? Look at Huntley right here. This man, I don't know how you missed this. Huntley gonna get tackled. Wait for it, wait for it. You see him here, and then all of a sudden, you're like, wait a minute. Huntley kind of going down before he getting dragged down right here with his hand. He getting tackled. All right, Davis is going by. The man gets flat out tackled. You don't call it. Good grief. But Collier, we got to do a better job there, Bo. Makes you. He does make you look silly there. Unfortunately, how much time we got? We got enough time. So here's the fourth quarter defense, where you needed this as a team, and they did a pretty good job. Nothing to really watch there. Again, Blanton gets you 2 yards back. What world? See, when I watched this, that was just good. That was good. Again, good concept. You got the 2 pulling guards, and I mean it works. You have it still. I think you have the correct run stunt there. The guards just kind of they get there. Good job by Huntley getting off his block. I swear it looked like he was lined up off sides. Again, kind of got lucky. You're definitely beat, and then just miscommunication. But again, you'd rather be lucky sometimes than get beat like that. Good job by Debo blowing that up. But I think also, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, somebody got the play wrong. Block both the guard and the tackle. Why don't you? And he's still gaining yards. That probably shouldn't happen. Oh man. You live with it. You live with it. I don't like this, in my personal opinion. I don't like, so we're here. I mean, we're press man, but I think if you're going to play the way Kilgore does, and that's back up, just keep slowly backing up. If you're going to do that, just sitting there at the first down marker and just say, if you will come sit here, I'm going to be here. But because he kind of has to run back. But again, to each their own. And again, that's not Kilgore's natural position. So this isn't an I blame Kilgore thing. I'm not blaming anybody. The play still could have been made, but thank you. What in the world? Good grief. Okay. If the refs missed what I think they missed, guard jumps. So we miss a false start. And not only do we miss the false start, we gonna miss Bam get held. Hey guys, that's a hold. That's a hold. Just in case you're wondering. Just in case you're wondering, his body is getting turned. That's a hold. How you gonna miss a false start and a hold up? These refs were miserable. Were absolutely miserable. Nonetheless, incomplete. You live to fight another down. You just there ain't nothing to it, but you got to have that one. That seals the game right there. You just got to have it. Better in coverage here. again, better throw. You might get a PI. There's a lot of hand fighting, but and then I think this is the delay of game. Then you have to punt. Then you get back on defense, and we do a whole lot of drop 8. And again, this is what a drop in 8 can do in these obvious passing downs. And you can get pressure with 3. When you're able to do that, I mean, y'all, it makes it extremely difficult to move the ball, especially when you have to move the ball down the field. Now, these dink and dunks, Lord have mercy, that yawn. These dinks and dunks are going to beat you from time to time. But again, this is what playing this allows you to do. Still, you're getting pressure. Now, that can't happen. That's got to be picked. In no way, shape, or form should that ball have been completed, but it was. This should have been picked. More pressure. Again, you live with that. You got lucky here. Now, does Bam Scott make a play on it? I don't know, but again, Tonka, hands up. And the fact that these 2 or 3 are just staring at him and allowing him to do that is baffling to me. But that puts you in field goal range. You got a different game if Tonka doesn't make that play. He does it again. He does it twice in a row. And not only, so here's the craziest thing, right? Not only did the first time they do this, the second time, they allow my Mans. Again, y'all, this is just the difference between a poorly coached football team at the end of the game. The play before last, they did the same exact thing, and they just stared at him. On a 4th down, they do the same thing. But hey, it's one thing to just be able to be allowed to do this. It's another thing to actually get your hands to it twice. They win the game. Tonka was a huge role, or had a huge role in this game. Bam Martin Scott did extremely well. Nicky Mawara did extremely well. All around you did extremely well. Things that are fixable, things that you can fix going into next week. Thanks for being here. We will see y'all maybe Thursday. We'll do some kind of show. If not, we will have Friday for the pregame show. See you then.